Star Wars Force Arena fans, today we're taking Bodhi Rook, cargo pilot, for a spin without his U-Wing. If you haven't got a U-Wing, this deck is ideal for you. So you're carrying double strike Iron Mine X-Wing. So although obviously Bodhi's got a U-Wing, which is another air unit, but that's more of a focused area, a bit like a Y-Wing bomber, but cheaper and does a bit more damage. Now with the X-Wing and the Iron Mine, because a lot of Empire players now are carrying snipers, it's good to really be mindful about where you're going to deploy and when to strike and use those extra abilities that you have got in this particular deck. So right now, I'm just a patient game, seeing what he's got. He's got snipers, so Boba Fett's got snipers. Obviously, you don't see that before you start the game. So again, pause the video to check out any of the decks. I'll throw in my Iron Mine, which will wipe the floor of all those guys there. Light tank, in go my Malaz warriors, just a couple of them, poking away at this tank. I want to focus on Boba Fett, though, the leader, because I don't really want him to get any hits on my tank. I'm desperate to get that rocket trooper. Boba Fett does die, I do die. Rebel troopers are in their tanks in there, and hopefully make a push now on the left lane. Now unfortunately for me, this was a game where I just came away from a really bad game with a partner who just didn't help. I gave them units to make a push, and then when I come under the cosh, I actually got no support at all, and I was so angry. I thought, in this game, going forward, I'm not going to help anybody. And unfortunately for Luke, that was the case here. I was a bit upset there because I didn't get any energy. I've got another health pack. So Luke's making a big push on the right. He's died, surprise. So what I'm going to do is be patient, get my energy building back up again. With 1 minute 40 seconds gone, just see what's going down. Luke's going to make another push, no doubt. So I'm going to build up from the back with a tank. Don't really want to waste energy if you can help it, but there are times when you will go a little bit over where you're trying to plan what you're going to do or see what cards are coming up, all those kind of things. So I put Pathfinders in the centre to keep Boba Fett focused, and the idea is now it gives me a chance to go left, but he deploys his rocket, and then Krennic also puts down his tank as well, so double tank, which surprised me. But what that has done is allowed Luke in the right lane to charge and get the turret. But there's a good effort there from me by taking out 2 light tanks, rocket trooper, stormtroopers, and that was it. But unfortunately for me there, Boba Fett deploys some snipers behind my tank, and it couldn't push on the turret. That happened, unfortunately. So tanks really are just, you know, they're not smart, are they? Let's face it. So I dropped down another energy, which is thank you very much. Throw down a turret. Sniper will focus that, but I'll put down some troopers while I'm focused. So hopefully now top left to get a push going. In go Malaz warriors. 1 airstrike later, everything is gone. I sneezed and I dropped the Iron Mine in the wrong place. I meant to drop that on the turret, but never mind. So I'm left running back to recover myself. So right now things are under control. Luke's got a turret. I don't want to overcommit myself, because if we did that, obviously 20 seconds to go, there's just no point. Rebel troopers on the sniper, because I am being focused by that sniper. Krennic does die. Now I put my Pathfinders in front of Krennic or behind him for that very reason, so we can get a push in this turret, drop the Iron Mine in the correct place. Malaz warriors, Pathfinders and me taking the turret, giving us a 2-0 lead with 1 second to go, and that's a GG right there as the sniper takes me out. GG. So that was a good game. A bit of a patient build-up, which is something you have to do as Rebels now. You have to be more mindful. Most Rebel leaders are really weak in combat, and you have to really plan when and how you're going to throw down your units. And if they've used their airstrikes that they have, again, you know it's a good chance for you to push and do a real big push. So it's something you have to be mindful of when you're playing these kind of games. So moving into our second 2 versus 2 game. Bit of variety in this one. This one was quite funny actually. I was actually wetting myself at one stage. You see a good mistake come from Seven Sister in this game. And one thing that got me here was that Cassian threw down his Bantha on the right lane. I was like, well, why would you want to do that, my friend? You know, you've got your lane there, pinged it, please go over there. And what that's done is taken away a few seconds of the game. So the Bantha's going to get killed, wasted 5 energy. In goes my turret, in goes an Iron Mine, Rebel troopers in there, Malaz warriors in there, beating down on Seven Sister. I'm like, come on pal, really, Cassian, wake up. Slight push in the right lane if I can, do a bit of chip damage if possible on this turret. He has got snipers there, so I'll do my X-Wing attack on them, which now, if I'd used not a U-Wing, they'd have to swoop in, focus that area and kill them, where the X-Wing is like a carpet strike, like a carpet bomb, and just wipes the floor clean. It's got a much greater range than the U-Wing, but it's not, I don't think it's as powerful, but it does enough to do the job, to take out snipers. That's all we need it for, end of the day, or troopers. That's perfect. So again, Malaz Warriors, Rebel Troopers. Sister again is focusing there. She drops down a 5th brother. This is the funny bit. So she runs in, takes away all the health, which is perfectly fine. I've got it on tap. And then she dies. But what that has done is left the door open now on this right lane. In goes a tank. In I come with a Bantha. But unfortunately for me, the tank focuses on the bloody light tank. So I'm thinking, oh my days, really? Sister respawns just in the nick of time. Done a lot of damage in this turret, but this could be good. The Bantha's going to get in there now. Take off a couple of hits. I drop down the iron mine, which is enough to wipe the floor of all the troopers in there. And that is a good push from the Rebel Alliance. As we move into double energy, again, it's a chance for us now just to recuperate, build up our resources, and just hold out really for a win if we can. Normally I wouldn't like to hold out for a win, but because they haven't done any damage on our turrets, it's a safe bet that unless they get a really strong push and unless we make a huge mistake somewhere, they're just not going to get a turret. So if your partner, like he's doing here, Cassie, just run off into the wilderness, let him go. You just sit back, defend, don't let anything get through for the last 40 seconds. Be mindful of what's going on around you. So right now, it's 35 seconds to go. There's no way in God's given earth you're going to get a turret at this rate and bring the game into 1-1. So focusing on that light tank there, but I'm going to come across to the right, help Cassie in a bit. Say to him, look pal, pick up the health. Help yourself, it's here. It's here for a reason. You can use it. It is free. So that's going to be a good game as we move into the last 15 seconds. What I'm going to do now is just avoid any more damage on my turret. Sit here for a bit, see what's going on. Here comes a push. Get everything to focus me. Light tank, everything focuses me, which is fine. Turret knocks into the tank. I will die, but with just 1 second to go, who cares? GG. That was another good game. So again, please pause the video to check out the decks that everyone is using in these particular games. But Seven Sisters there, I think she just played it wrong. End of the day, and moving to our final game. She really wanted to get the droids locking onto the turret, but for some reason she didn't do it. She's too busy focusing on fighting, which is fine for us because we've got to win. So in our last game we're against Dengar again. A lot of Dengars running around lately too. And Thrawn. So Thrawn has got his special ability that can boost organic units. So many Thrawns right now are boosting ATST and light tanks. And also a sentry droid don't work. It only works on organic units. It used to be that way, but Netmarble changed it. But if they do that, fine, it ain't going to work, but it means they've wasted their ability. So I dropped my turret just ahead, just to keep the pressure up here a little bit. I do die because Dengar's explosive is really strong. And that is not particularly good. Cassian drops down his Malaz army. Left side, there's a bit of pressure. Couldn't move there for some bizarre reason. I was really annoyed about that. Tapping the control to move and it just didn't want to. Slight push on the right side. Again, not going to support it because it's just not worth the effort. As we've got 2 minutes left of the game to go. So this is going to be a game where it's really going to be a patient build-up. And it's difficult because right now Cassian is extremely he's just not aggressive at all. So he's not attacking, he's just covering the bases, leaving it down to you. Now Bodhi isn't particularly strong, he's good, but you have to have the right cards obviously to make the push because he's a weak leader, so you get killed in a couple of shots. So I dropped an iron on this to help Cassian out on that left side. So what I do now is ping the map for a top left, so look, attack, attack, attack. I throw down a load of troopers, but what happens is, in comes another airstrike and it just wipes the floor of everything. So I'm like, nuts, okay, that opportunity did not happen. So have to wait for double energy. There's no damage, we've done no damage there, and they've done a bit of chip damage to us, but right now there's just no movement. It's a very boring game, essentially. So it really is about creating and then waiting for the opportunity to strike. It's like now here, light tank. I will now come across to the turret. The tank has focused the turret. Turret's focused the tank. Drop the iron mine, kill off Dengar, but Dengar throws down his explosive and just kills all of Malaz's army. Now the tank has locked onto the turret and does enough damage, but not enough to wipe it clean and kill it. So the pressure's on for the last 40 seconds. Cassian is doing right there, so I'll just do an airstrike here. Misses Dengar bizarrely. Just want to hang on now. Keep everything away from my turret. All we need to do now really just scratch the turret. I dropped the turret there because what I wanted to do was this. Pathfinder, Rebel Troopers are making the push in the right lane now, and that will be GG to us with 20 seconds to go. There it goes. So I deployed a bit further up rather than next to my turret. There's no point. I wanted that tank to be killed before there was a respawn. That way it allowed us to make a push. And that was a good game. Sitting up here really high with the iron mine, keeping everything away from my turret. And that's going to be GG 1-0 win. So I hope you liked the video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. There's a button there somewhere to subscribe. I will be posting some more Force Arena content. I haven't stopped altogether. I am just reducing it down until Netmarble get their act together and balance the game properly. But thanks so much for your support. Up to 670 subscribers, which is just phenomenal. Really, I had no idea that would be the case. And I'll see you in the next Star Wars Force Arena video. May the Force be with you.